e4, he goes straight down the Italian game, and he knows everything there is to know, all the little details, all the little nuances, but wow. Okay. That was very quick. A bunch of pre-moves there, baby. Speedy stuff. Wow. My goodness. It's the Italian game. And both players are huge experts, maybe leading experts in this field, Daniel.
Yeah, you know who's not a leading expert in this field? Yours truly. Like, I can't even get the move order right. I don't know when to play d6 and d5. I always lose the light squared bishop with white. There's so many subtleties that the players are completely fluent in. You know, when to pull the bishop b3 lever, when to play knight d2 to f1 and g3. I guess the answer to that is now. And of course for black, when do you castle short? Sometimes delaying castling. That's in fashion. I mean, Alireza knows perfectly what's in fashion. Bishop e6 is a move here, so very hard opening to study. I think you'll back me up on this.
Yeah, I've lost countless hours in my life, probably hundreds of hours trying to study the Italian, and my only conclusion is just like you, Daniel, I still know nothing, and it's still so confusing. One little move order trick often changes everything, changes all the plans, changes the evaluation, and these players have to stay flexible. But Nakamura, he's really experienced in these positions. He does react quite quickly. He does commit his king to the king side. And will the fact that Firouzja hasn't castled yet play a factor here? White doesn't necessarily need to castle the king yet. He can still maneuver around. There we go. He's playing the waiting game, just covering some squares, and we'll see how Nakamura reacts.
Wow, Alireza keeping flexible. He hasn't committed his king on the king side yet. The knight can jump over to g3. He will take these decisions. This will be a slow start, but we've seen exactly how that ends up with the two of them in round one. But the other game, there can't be any slow start because Shimonov has to e5 on the board. Alireza's king is in the center, his head is in his hands. d5 trades. Now usually, when black gets a successful d5 in, you've solved all your opening problems. Can Hikaru be happy right now?
Well, yeah, you're right. When black plays d5 under the right circumstances, but that's the key word. When black plays it under the wrong circumstances, he's overextended for a variety of reasons. One of them is that the queen on d5 can be easily targeted with the move bishop to b3. The f7 pawn will then be under pressure. That knight on g5 might have something to say. The queen from d1 could come into h5, so Hikaru has to tread carefully here. Alireza avoiding a queen trade there with knight g5 takes e4. Looks pretty steady for black, though.
Yeah, it looks steady, and actually the momentum could...
seconds. Oh my god, it's so hard not to panic here, Tanya.
It's insane how that knight defends the e6 check, the bishop on c6 defends the e8 check, everything under control, which forced Alireza to defend that b2 pawn. He goes down at the board with b4. The players are playing on seconds. Anyone can get checkmated in this position, but it just looks like the bishops are so much stronger right now. Black's queen, it has to find a way to the king side.
It really does. Meanwhile, Black has at least established material equality, winning a pawn back on the edge of the board, but Black's piece is temporarily
Queen d4 is a threat.
eliminated.
King f2, I would play.
Yeah. Big threat on the board. And, okay, he spots it. Double attack. Black's queen chops in, though, with some nasty checks. Where's the Black knight retreating to? No checks right now for Black, unless you trade the queens.
Then the knight's still in trouble, and Black could easily lose that. Bishop c6
That
and gets
is
the
not
knight
a
up.
move. I guess he's not made it.
I think
this a
bishop
bluff?
takes f4.
He's bluffing here, Nakamura.
Bishop takes f4.
And he calls the bluff.
Then you run.
Oh, and you take it. Oh, you lose.
Oh my god, Hikaru Nakamura is about to get eliminated.
Wait, but if he takes it, the h pawn is the wrong corner color, so White still has to demonstrate some technique here.
Gotta be really careful. Do you step forward with the white king? Do you go for checkmate?
Well,
Queen's
Black
might
has
come
queen
off
f3, so I wouldn't do it.
We take those and keep it moving.
Queen's gonna come off. This is gonna be an endgame. It's winning for white, but you have to be a bit careful.
7 seconds. 6. He needs to make a move. Hikaru is so angry at himself right now. He does run with the king. Can Alireza do it? He's got 13 seconds on the clock.
Okay, one thing to avoid. You mentioned, Daniel, do not ever push your pawn forward on the b file and allow the black bishop to sacrifice itself for it. Allow the bishop to sacrifice for this one. This one should be winning now.
Bishop e6 check. Bishop e6 check, and king f6 ends the game.
Ends the game.
On the
Bishop
spot.
e6 is over. King f6, bishop d3, bishop f5.
Oh, he
Like
missed
black
it.
God, that is basic tactics there. Alireza's still completely winning, I think.
This marches with the king on the other side now. But you still have to push that b pawn without giving it away. The bishop will block, but it's still some technique to show.
A lot of technique to show.
Yep. Nakamura, he knows he's losing, but still, white needs to prove it. And the white bishop is...
What?
Oh,
He lost it.
relax.
Woo!
Relax.
That's it.
Oh, man.
And that's it.